Winning is the small bit that matters to political elites who want to keep power themselves. These words, tweeted in July 2016 by Corbynista activist Jon Lansman, summarise with chilling clarity the state in which Labour now finds itself. Still reeling from its worst election result since 1935, the buoyancy of the Labour campaign has descended into a scramble. Why did the cultish appeal of Jeremy Corbyn in 2015 disintegrate so spectacularly? How could a gaffe-prone, media-dodging Tory Prime Minister redraw the electoral map and turn vast swathes of Labour land blue? Why didn't the constant refrain that the Conservatives would sell the NHS to Donald Trump scare voters into Labour's arms? It will take a generation to fully work out what went wrong, but for now, Labour has just one question to answer: where does it go from here? You might have thought that an electoral defeat of this scale would necessitate some forlorn existential soul-searching and a top-to-bottom rethink of the party's agenda. Worryingly, for anyone who supports Labour or who simply believes in the importance of a robust opposition, such contemplation has not been forthcoming. In a rambling post-election op-ed for The Observer, Corbyn barely even acknowledged that Labour had lost. It took him until the penultimate paragraph to finally admit, "We have suffered a heavy defeat, and I take my responsibility for it." And that was after naming a plethora of other culprits: Conservative falsehoods, confusion about Brexit, and attacks from the billionaire-funded media.Nowhere. Does he accept how his personal unpopularity repelled voters, even as dozens of Labour candidates and campaigners are coming forward now to share their conversations on the doorstep with former supporters who could not stomach the thought of the party leader heading to Downing Street? John McDonnell, who has announced that he will stand down as Shadow Chancellor, has taken a clearer-eyed view. On the Andrew Marr show yesterday, he admitted, "I own this disaster. If anyone's to blame, it is me. Full stop." This has been taken as an attempt by McDonnell to fall on his own sword as the clique that Corbyn has spent 4 years building turns on its former superstar. Already, there are whispers of behind-the-scenes Labour heavyweight Kerry Murphy and trade unionist Len McCluskey, until Friday two of Corbyn's top cheerleaders, hatching a plan to lay the blame squarely on their erstwhile idol. Why? Because the operation to replace him with a continuity Corbyn candidate has already begun. What Corbyn's op-ed, McDonnell's interview, and the Murphy-McCluskey rumours have in common is that their fingers all point away from the car crash that was the Labour platform itself. While beyond the party jokes have been flying about Michael Foot's doomed 1983 manifesto now being only the second longest suicide note in history, Labour lost 45. For more on this story, visit the news article link.